Well, hey everybody, this is Parker from Games for Youth Ministry by YM360, and today we are going to be looking at the Compatibility Tester, which is a goof machine. It's fake, like our lie detector, where you can mess with students, and it's a lot of fun. So this is perfect if you're doing like a Valentine's Day thing, or a series on love, or you're doing something about like best friends. You essentially hook up two students to this machine, and it can test how compatible they are. So what I do when I hook them up, you can't see, but I'm doing air quotes. I'm hooking these students up to this machine. What that looks like is either a wristband that you put on their wrists, and then it like has a wire that goes to some box somewhere. You know, it's all fake, doesn't matter, it's just for show. Or what I like to do is I get like a headband, and I will put a little blue light that you can get for like bicycles. You put a little blue light on the headband, and then you turn that on, and you just say it's a Bluetooth headband that's can send the signal to the machine. So once you hook them up, you just turn the machine on, and you hear that humming, and that humming is going to get a higher pitch hum or a lower pitch hum depending on how compatible they are. All right, so you can kind of see like wherever I move the mouse, that's going to determine how compatible they are. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to turn that off real quick, and I'm going to talk to you kind of how I do that and show you a different way to do this, a lot easier than just using one screen. So the idea is it's wherever the mouse is on the screen, that's going to control their individual sides. So the person on the left, their whole thing is controlled by left to right. So wherever the mouse is, left to right, it's either going to be at the left it's 0, at the right it's 100, and anywhere in between is where the mouse is. So I'll turn them on, and you can see if I'm over here it's low, and over there it's high. Okay, it doesn't matter where I am, up and down, it's just left and right. Turn that off. Person number 2, turn them on. That's up and down. So if we're all the way down at the bottom, it's a 0. Go all the way up. They're all green, and it's 100%. Okay? When you turn them both on, the compatibility in the middle is going to be based on how similar these two people are. So if they both really like something, they're extremely compatible. If they both dislike something, they're extremely compatible because they both dislike the thing. If one person likes it and the other person doesn't, and it's way up here, they're not compatible. Same on this side, just reversed. So we're going to go ahead and flip these switches and turn that off. And I'm going to go over to our dashboard to show the controls. Now, a lot of situations, people are going to be using two screens. So this is, what I was showing you right there was just with my mouse using a single screen. If you're using two screens, you would use this block right here. And wherever your mouse is, when you hover over this block, that's going to affect the game. So, or the machine. So like right here, it'll tell you number 1 dislikes, number 2 likes. So if that's the situation and you ask a question, like you hook a guy and a girl up and you start talking about Pokemon cards and you want the guy to dislike it and you want the girl to like it, and she's number 2, you would move your mouse over here and then it would go down for him, but up for her. If you want them both to like it, obviously go over here and then they would both like it. And same down here. So it's really easy. So I'm going to flip the switches so you can turn them on also here. So hook up person number 1, person number 2, and then let me bring this down here so we can see. And then you can see as I move around, it's going to affect where they are. So I'm going to turn the audio off because it's getting kind of annoying. But you can see that if we move over here, like they both like, then you get 100%. And then you can go down here and say they both dislike, which is also 100%. Or, one of your questions talks about something super girly like the Notebook. And then you can make the first person, who's the guy, really like the Notebook and the second person not like it. If you want them to be kind of like 50-50 on stuff, just kind of hover anywhere in the middle, and it'll do that. So it's a fun thing to play around with it and see kind of how the controls work, and then bring them up on stage and ask them questions and start talking about whatever topics there are on your mind. And it's fun to do the goof where you talk about like Dungeons and Dragons or World of Warcraft or something that the girl wouldn't like, but make it where they both really like that, and then you make fun of how nerdy they are, and even though they probably have no idea, either of them have any idea what it is. And that is the Compatibility Tester. A lot of fun, very much like our lie detector app, complete goof and a fun thing to do. Fun illustration for how people can be different or whatever it is. Use it how you guys like. If you guys ever use these things, take video of it and send it our way. We'd love to see this so we can see these things in action and show other people what you use them for. So keep checking out more games at gamesforyouthministry.com, where we make games that are so good, they are really good. That's what we like to say.